Oh, hello and good morning and welcome to White Sands National Monument. Here I am in the middle of the desert. It's going to get hot later this afternoon, so let's cool out and read a chapter of Radio Gaga, a mixtape for the end of humanity. Shall we? Track 3. Video killed the radio star. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems that you see. Oh, oh. I met your children. Oh, oh. What did you tell them? Oh, oh. Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. That's from the Bugles. Shall we get started? Lucas Higgins's heels knock on the linoleum floors. The sound waves fill the empty offices. Joy flits through him as he oozes through the halls. It had only been 3 months since he cashed out his meager early-stage investment in an at-home gluteal injections company, Silly Butts trademarked, for $375 million after 3 alleged deaths. He knew the FBI was itching to shut it down, so he divested. With his return on investment, he bought the abandoned Disney Channel studios for a song. As he surveys his acquisition, his fingertips dance with excitement for the possibilities. He could turn the studio into a go-kart maze. Ooh, 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 ooh. And he could decorate each of the carts as a different sci-fi film franchise and rally his own War of the Worlds. Or the sound stages could turn into porn sets, with just a few alterations. This way he could pump out 100 times the scenes that exceed the audience that Disney ever had. Oh, sure, Disney had a channel that reached into 100 million living rooms, but his website could reach into billions of bedrooms and bathrooms. He would need to invest in stirrups and transvaginal ultrasound machines for the new intralabial camera angles that had become the porn norm. With wistfulness, he recalls the good old days of getting a glossy and greasy penthouse porn rag secondhand. Oh, the thrill he would feel to see an exposed underboob or the whisper of an areola through a soaking wet white t-shirt. But now, a high-definition 3D hologram of a woman's vagina could hardly draw blood to his or millions of other men's penile arteries. Now he yearns to see a woman's birth canal palpate as it slurps up seminal fluids. Sigh. His entrepreneurial mind ignites as he realizes he could buy used transvaginal ultrasound machines from any Alabama or Mississippi hospital's gynecology units. He wonders if there was any cranny of the human body free from scrutiny or fetishization. Weenus nibbling had faded. Coccyx filleting had fallen out of favor. Oh, what tingles deep, deep throat once brought him when he saw his first endoscopy smut. The excitement climaxed just past the uvula as the camera slid up and down and up and down and up and down the lady's 8-inch long, moist pink esophagus. But now thousands of gullet pornos have saturated the market, and even a video penetrating a woman's pyloric sphincter, which connects her stomach and her small intestine, couldn't create a droplet in his salivary glands. I'll just put that in the maybe column for now, Higgins thinks. An eerie calm haunts the building. All the employees of the studio had been laid off overnight. The doors were locked, the key cards deactivated, the desks piled high with tchotchkes collected over years of hoarding. When Disney severed its live-action division, it shuttered the complex immediately. Higgin enjoys a perverse glee as he rifles through the no longer personal effects. Oh, what treasures he will find. Sure, the as-is stipulation of the sale will be laborious when he has to trash most of what remains. But for now, the hunt excites him. In one office, he sees a mystery machine. He becomes transfixed by what looks like a giant laser. What the devil is this? He wonders as he flicks it on. A death ray? A transmogrifier? A trivection oven? A brilliant life whirs to life as a 6-foot-tall beam fills the space in front of him. A prototype for a Hannah Montana hologram forms from the beam. Nobody's perfect, I gotta work it again and again till I get it right. The familiar voice sings. No, God, no, stop it! Higgins hits a button. The hologram freezes. Higgins exhales. When? Do the hoe down, throw down, zigzag across the floor, shuffle in diagonal. When the drum hits, hands on your hips, the bop brays and sways the honky-tonk dance. Higgins rips the plug from the wall and the specter fizzles and disappears. When Disney acquired Lucasfilms, it had forced Industrial Light and Magic to stop plotting galaxies far, far away and design holograms starting with this Hannah Montana monstrosity. The plan was to rent these for children's birthday parties, rodeos, and bat mitzvahs. The question wasn't if they could create the technology. Higgins' horror proved that they could. The difficult question was legal. Of course, Disney owned the rights of Hannah Montana trademark in her likeness, but that persnickety vessel, Miles Cyrus, could claim partial ownership of this image as well. Sure, the blonde hair and the veneers and dance moves were all property of Disney, but the rest would be litigated, and Miles had a pretty good claim to their own body. If only Disney could capitalize on the trick other industries had for its armies of celebrity holograms. Just wait until they're dead. The moment brainwaves ceased, they became a non-person and lost all rights to the form they once inhabited. Sony snuck a clause into all contracts with its stars saying that the company would retain likeness rights for infinity. For infinity. Even after the sun swallows the earth in 7.5 billion years, Sony will retain these rights. While Higgins clamors through his new studio, experts at scaling up pop stars had moved into production. 1,000 Michael Jacksons moonwalk across the earth, and 100 Whitney Houstons pounded their chest before belting, "And I will always love." But the basement recording studio beckons him. Once he's swaddled in the room's acoustic foam, he squeals. A Steinway grand piano sits beneath a microphone. He sweeps away the jingle sheet music and plops down on the bench. Though his digits hadn't brokered harmonies between the ebonies and ivories since high school, his muscle memory twitches down to his fingertips. Mozart's Piano Concerto No. 21 flows with ease from him. Possessed, he rolls through the first and the second movements. But then a pang of dissonance roars from his right hand, reverberating off the strings and into his ears. He feels a slap of a music book to his back and looks up as he remembers the disappointment radiating from his large Wagnerian mother. He waves the maternal phantom away and finishes the symphony with a thundering clang clang. He springs to his feet and bows to the imaginary audience, applauding him in Carnegie Hall. Music, music, music! The eureka streaks through him. He knows exactly what to do with this abandoned studio. He reaches for his holophone and calls the only friend who could help. And that was a selection of Radio Gaga, mixtape for the end of humanity, read here in White Sands National Monument. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Dragon the Wild.